Hey, what's up, guys? Chris here, back with another tea talk. It's been a while since I did one of these, probably like over a month or so, but glad to be back and thanks for watching again. So today we're drinking another shincha from this year, so a tea that was picked in April or early May of this year, and it's called Koushun. So Koushun. Uh, and it means like excellent aroma or genius aroma. So the ko in Koushun can be found in the word kaori, so fragrance or aroma. So it's kaori no ko, and the shun part means genius or excellent. So like I said, it could mean like excellent aroma. So definitely the aroma of the tea would stick out um, uh, when you brew the tea. Uh, and it's from Shizuoka Prefecture, so just slightly south of Mount Fuji. Um, so I actually went to Shizuoka in 2019, and I got to go to a tea farm there. So probably not too far from where this was grown in Fujishi or Fuji City. Um, and I hung out with the tea producer. I went to his fields and stuff. It was very cool experience. But I wasn't. I was feeling very tired that day, so I don't know if I got the most out of my time there. I was just like run down from traveling that day, and um, it was a day where I had to speak Japanese all the time with the tea producer, and just my head was like ready to explode. So um, when I go back the next time, I would like to go back to his farm. He's actually like a very successful tea producer and like a judge of like national tea competitions. So he's a good guy to know, and I would like to pick his brain a little bit more when I'm feeling up to it, and when my language skills are where they should be. Definitely they're not like that right now, and they weren't at the time when I was feeling sick that day. Um, but it's also an asamushi tea, so it's a lightly steamed tea. So some of the teas I've been drinking in these past videos were deeply steamed. So uh, this lightly steamed tea would produce like a yellow liqueur, a yellow liquid when they're brewed, compared to like the darker green or like more deeper green colors that would come out in a deeply steamed tea. Um, so I've actually had Koushun before. This one is from Kettle in Greenpoint in Brooklyn. They're like a fine purveyor of Japanese tea. They have two stores in New York, one like sort of brick and mortar store in Greenpoint in Brooklyn, and another like uh, tea counter down on the Bowery in Manhattan. And they also have an online store. So if you're not in the New York area, you can order online from them. And I drink a lot of their teas, and Zach, the owner there, is very knowledgeable, and he's a good guy. He's actually like I've drank a lot of their teas over the years, and it sort of has shaped my palate, I think. So I like a lot of what they do there. But So I've had Koushun at Kettle, and I've had Koushun actually on my last trip to Japan in 2019, when I went to Tokyo Saryo in Sangenjaya. So Sangenjaya is like a sort of hip area of the Setagaya district of Tokyo, which is like sort of southwest of Shibuya. So if like the big crossing, like Shibuya Crossing, it's a couple of stations away from there. And there's like lots of bars and cafes and restaurants there. Temple University has their Japan campus. So Temple is based in Philadelphia, but their Japan campus is located in Sangenjaya. So is Showa Women's University, and Temple, Japan, and Showa Women's University actually share a campus. So they sort of have a partnership with like sports facilities, and I think they can use each other's libraries and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool setup that they have there. And I would like to work at Temple University Japan campus, hopefully in the near future, using my international education degree and background. I think that would be a cool way to get back to Japan. But anyway, back to Tokyo Saryo. So Tokyo Saryo is like a tea cafe, and they specialize in drip tea. So instead of drip coffee, they have the drip machines set up for tea brewing, and you can pick like a flight of 3 teas, and with as a set. So you do 3 teas and have like a little snack, or maybe like a yokan or like a wagashi or something like that, and then you drink your tea, and they like hand drip it in front of you. So I got that the flight of 3 teas. I forget what other teas I got, but Koushun was one of them, and for some reason that sticks out. I mean, it wasn't particularly good or anything, or like bad. It wasn't bad either, but I don't know why that sticks out. But yeah, it was good. And then at Tokyo Saryo, for your last brew, they come and they brew homemade genmaicha. So they bring the roasted rice and they put it into the drip thing, and you can brew your own genmaicha, which is a cool like experience. I'm not a big fan of genmaicha, but it was good for what it was. But I think the word Saryo is pretty interesting. So Saryo, like it's a cha ryo, tea hut, or and so the cha is tea, and then the ryo part is what I find interesting. Ryo can also mean dormitory or hostel, or hut. So it can the saryo the can mean like a tea hostel, a tea dorm. So it's a place that you can rest and have tea. And the word saryo is used like in modern day Japanese culture as like a cafe. But yeah, I like that feeling of having a rest and having tea, and yeah. But yeah, let's have it. Let's try it. So I had the water cooling down a little bit. So let's see. We'll brew it for like a minute or so. This is the second brew actually, so you can tell I've been recording these videos a couple times, but yeah, the kaori, the fragrance of the tea is what's supposed to stand out. So we'll see if that's true. But yeah, I would like to go back to like Shizuoka. It's a place that is a big tea producing region, and they produce a lot of shincha. So sort of what this is a shincha, and it's just like a nice area that I would like to spend more time near Mount Fuji and the tea fields there. During my time at the tea farm, it was right next to. It was like in between the ocean and Mount Fuji, so it was like you had the best of both worlds. And I might have said it in a different video, but I'll tell it again. But during my afternoon with the tea producer, we went into the fields, and he was telling me all like the varietals he grows, and which I'm interested in, but a lot of that stuff goes over my head in English. So it definitely went over my head in Japanese. But if you are into more of like the technical terminology of tea, that's like good to know. But he has this little gazebo in the middle of his tea field where we sat and we had tea, and he brewed a couple different teas for us. And yeah, it was a nice afternoon. He actually had to end it early because a TV crew was coming to interview him, which was very cool. But I was also glad that it gave me an out to leave that day, because I just wasn't up for it anymore. But yeah, let's see. So I picked a glass Yuzamashi, so you could definitely see the yellow color there. So it's green, but it's yellowish as well. And then so we'll get a nice sniff of this. Yeah, it's very vegetal. I don't know for sure if that's like part of the genius aroma thing, or but yeah, that's the main smell I'm getting. So it's not bad, but it's not certain. It's not like excellent. So yeah, and then let's taste it. Yeah, so that vegetal flavor still continues in the liquor of it, the liquid brewed tea, and it's very astringent and bitter, which is sort of a characteristic of Koushun, or so I've been reading. Although it's lightly steamed, it still has that astringency. But yeah, I hope you guys like the video, and wishing you and your family a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year. Yeah, take care. See you later.